Hello, dear students. I welcome all the Standard 7 students on this online classes. Previous class already we have discussed and learned about kinetic energy and different forms of energy like mechanical energy, and that mechanical energy is divided into kinetic energy and potential energy. So about potential energy we have not started, but about kinetic energy already we have finished, and two examples also we have already discussed. Today we will be going to discuss and learn about the different types of kinetic energy. Okay, so without delaying, let's get started. So more to know, it is given in your book. When an object is in motion, some energy is associated with it. As I said that whatever may be the object, if it is moving, that means that moving object or all the moving object contain one kind of energy, that is called kinetic energy. So this energy associated with moving objects is called kinetic energy. Okay, again that kinetic energy of three types. Okay, so the first one, according to or based on the different types of motions, like that or accordingly that kinetic energy is also divided. In previous chapter already we have learned about different types of motion. Yes, translatory motion, rotational motion, vibrational motion, oscillatory motion, different types of motions, repetitive motions we have, that all types of motions we have learned already. So related to that all types of motions, again that kinetic energies are also divided. Okay, so the first one is the translational kinetic energy. Translational motion means what? Motion along a straight line is called as translational motion. And you know that one, if an object is moving along a straight line, that means that object is having translational motions, and the energy which is present inside that object will be translational kinetic energy. So it is given, energy possessed by a body moving in a straight line is called translational kinetic energy. If it is having translational motion, then it is having translational kinetic energy. Then if it is having rotational motions, then it is having rotational kinetic energy. If it is having vibrational motion, then it is having vibrational kinetic energy. So the second one, energy possessed by a body rotating on its axis is called rotational kinetic energy. Okay, you know that one, rotational motion means motion around a fixed axis is called as rotational motion. And when an object is rotating, at that time the energy possessed by that particular object is called as rotational kinetic energy. Okay, simple one only given. Okay, then the next one, energy possessed by a body vibrating about its mean position is called vibrational kinetic energy. If an object or if a body is vibrating, then this motion is called as vibrational motions only. Also we can call as vibrations only. Yes, and the energy possessed by that vibrating body is called as vibrational kinetic energy. So in all these three cases, what we have observed, that common phenomenon is that all the objects will be in the state of motion only. Okay, in case of translational, in case of rotational, in case of vibrational, in all these three cases we have found that all the object will be, must be in the state of motions only. Then only we can say that it is kinetic energy. Okay, I hope all of you have understood this one. Then the next one, fact zone, due to mass and velocity an object possesses momentum and kinetic energy. So momentum, it is the new term. Okay, about this momentum you will read it in your higher classes, but still I want to tell you something about that momentum. Okay, momentum is nothing but the product of mass and velocity. It is completely depend upon the mass and velocity, and also the momentum is equal to mass into velocity. So due to mass and velocity an object possesses momentum. Because of that mass and velocity only that object possesses momentum, because momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Also it is having kinetic energy because it is having some velocity, because it is moving. So heavy objects moving at high velocity have a much greater amount of momentum and kinetic energy. So if two objects, if we consider one object is very light one, another object is very heavy one. Also that heavy object, first thing it is having more mass, at the same time it is having more velocity as compared to that lighter one. That means greater amount of momentum will be find out. That means we can found in that heavy object if it is moving at a high velocity. Okay. Also it is having high or greater amount of kinetic energy also. If an object is moving very fastly, then also it is having more kinetic energy, and if an object is having more mass, then also it is having more kinetic energy as well as momentum also. So because of that reason only, if this object collides with another object at rest, if one object is moving very fastly and another object is present which is in the state of rest, when that moving object collides with another object at rest or motion, extensive damage can be caused to life of the occupants and vehicles, etc. Because of that reason only it is happening. After accident we cannot see that vehicle, the design of the vehicle totally it will be changed, yes or no, because of that momentum or greater amount of momentum or greater amount of kinetic energy only it is happening. Okay. Then the next one, quick tips are given about kinetic energy. Okay. So the first point it is given, kinetic energy can occur in any directions. Okay. But the object must be in the state of motion, whether it is up and down or left to right or whatever it may be. But the object must be in the state of motions only. If any object is in the state of motion, then it is having kinetic energy. Then the second point, when an object's mass doubles, its kinetic energy also doubles. See, if the object's mass is doubled, previously let the mass of the object was 2 kilogram. Okay, we have doubled the mass, that means 4 kilogram. Also its kinetic energy will be also doubled. Okay, so when an object's mass doubles, its kinetic energy also doubles. Then next point, when an object's speed doubles, its kinetic energy becomes 4 times, because you know that one, in case of kinetic energy or inside that formula of kinetic energy, you know that one, kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, velocity square is there. Yes. So obviously if the speed is doubled, then its kinetic energy becomes 4 times. Okay. Then the next one, the faster an object moves, the more is the kinetic energy it has. Okay. If an object is moving very fastly, it is having more kinetic energy. If an object is having more mass, then also it is having more kinetic energy. Okay. Then one more very interesting thing is given, when an object collides with another object, it transfers its kinetic energy to the other object. So two objects are present, let us consider. Okay, A and B. B is moving very fastly and collide with A. And at the same time A was in the state of rest, but B was moving. So obviously that B is having kinetic energy. So when it collides with A, at that time what will happen? That kinetic energy of B will be transferring to the object A. So when an object collides with another object, it transfers its kinetic energy to the other object. Okay. I hope all of you have understood. One activity is given to show that kinetic energy depends upon the velocity. Okay. How it is depends. So best example is taken by your book. Take a carom board, hit the striker gently, that means slowly. Now hit the striker again by applying a greater force. What will happen? Obviously we will find that the coin hits by applying less force moves a short distance. Yes, then when it is hit by applying a greater force. Obviously whenever we are striking by the help of a greater force, then more motions will occur and when we are striking gently at that time, very less force will be there. At the same time, the motion will be also less, or the distance moved by that coins will be also less. So it shows that the greater is the velocity, the more is the kinetic energy stored in it. Okay. So up to this much, I think all of you have understood. Next class we will discuss about potential energy and types of potential energy and the formula to calculate potential energy. Okay. So up to this much, you all read properly. Thank you.